Are you falling over a lot? Do you tend to sort of lose your balance as you're walking up and down stairs? Or when you're training, do you feel like you're losing your balance as we're getting older? Well, today I'm going to talk about the best exercises to sort of trick your balance a bit, to help you get better at balance, to increase the support in your balance in your core, to really fire up so you don't fall over. The first exercise is called a narrow support. What does that mean? Well, it's a simple exercise. It's just about sort of moving your body and your hips to improve your balance and your static core stability. So, feet shoulder width apart. Now, the first thing I get my clients to do is jump in the middle. Now, you might think that's simple, but if you're a person that loses balance quite a bit, doing that is quite hard. Now, that's one. And then the next one is turning whilst keeping your feet together. Now, this is also another hard one because you're turning without the support of your feet. It's just your upper body. So if you're a person who loses your balance, this is also hard exercise. So you want to go, so the one is bringing your feet together, turning, and then part three, the hard part is what I like to do, is just a bit of a challenge, is closing their eyes. So they're closing their eyes, they're apart, they jump, and then they start turning. That's sort of the three levels of this number one exercise to do. And sometimes with the client that I worked with yesterday, I find with his balance was, he's in his 60s, but the thing was about him was when he was closing his eyes and he's jumping, he sort of jumped to the right. He didn't really jump straight on. So that's how I know his sort of proprioceptors and the brain sort of aren't really firing as much. And when he closed his eyes, he couldn't really turn and sort of work that balance as much. So that's, therefore, for me, I know how to work for him to develop his balance to get him better. So just doing simple exercises to help trigger and fire and wire those parts of the brain to get it working. Number two is called a tandem support. So the first one was narrow, tandem. So what does that mean? Feet are close together as we do when we're walking a straight line. So now this one I like to do is because a lot of people cannot simply stand straight doing this. The client I had yesterday, again, was there and I told him to close his eyes and he couldn't really started shaking, bending the knees and couldn't really stand up tall. So that just tells me the core, the legs, doesn't have quite the stability in the body. So therefore it's for us to improve that. So it's a little simple test. As you do, close your eyes, put your arms out and try and really work the core, work your legs, take a step back, switch legs, and then try and close your eyes and then just move left and right. So try and maneuver, and then you might find one side is a bit harder than the other. So for me, closing my eyes on with my left leg back, for me was a little bit more of a stable issue. So you might find one side harder, one side easier with that exercise. Number three, single leg support. What does that mean? Single leg. So everything I just did, well, let's do it with one leg now. So one leg forward, and you're going to lift one leg up, and you're going to close your eyes, and then you're going to start to balance. So you want to maneuver, put your arms out for balance and support, and then that's just a simple trick and cue to figure out how good the person has in balance. Then I get them to change sides, and then they do the same thing, closing their eyes and trying to maneuver. So up and down, wiggle to see where they're fighting and just to see which point where they're losing the balance. So if for one side, if their hip is going, that means, okay, I know I need to work on their glutes and their hips. Or the other side is if it's the foot and the ankle doesn't have quite the stability in the range and they're just bending too much, that means I need to focus on the ankles and feet. So you just got to look and feel where you feel like you're losing it, and that's that target area. So again, close your eyes and just maneuver and sort of fly like an aeroplane, switch legs, and then just work your way, work your balance. You want to, and another simple one is lifting a leg, turning your head to both sides, and as you turn, you might find you lose, like I just did, that split balance. So again, close your eyes, balance, turn, and again, that side for me, I didn't lose. So I lost it on the left, but I didn't lose it right. So therefore, you might find with yourself one side easier, one side harder, and that's just a cue to know which side to work more on and then to get better on that side so you can match it with the other side and you can do it on both sides evenly and well. Number 4, compliant surface or uneven surface, depending on how you call it. Now, you could use a balance board. A pillow is also good as well. I'm just going to use a yoga mat, fold it up to make it easier. So you're going to stand, and then also you're going to close your eyes, and then you're going to do it. All this moving, you're going to do it on an uneven surface. So this is really going to get your ankles to really fire as you're doing it. So you're going to go in tandem, and then you're going to switch legs, and you're going to find which one is a harder point. You can close your eyes, you don't have to. Closing your eyes obviously makes it a bit harder, and therefore you're going to sort of start to wiggle and shake. But it's also good because it's going to help to figure out to really improve your balance. Now, why am I doing these exercises? They might be simple and stupid for some people, but improving your balance will improve your performance in the gym, especially when you're getting older. As I'm talking 50s, 60s, and 70s, you need to improve your balance. You don't want to fall down the stairs. You don't want to fall anywhere because you can break a hip, you can break a back, you can do damage to your body, and it's going to take a long time to recover from those falls. As we get older, the main injuries that people cop are falls. So it's not the disease and illnesses now, it's actually falling. That's the most now the stats are saying. People are falling a lot. Falls because they don't have the balance as they get older. So you've got to build the strength in your glutes, in your hips, in your legs, body to improve your balance so you don't fall again. Number 5 I call is star reaches or stars, because if you draw a star on the floor and let's just say I stand in the middle and there's a star around me, I want you to hit every corner of the stars. So what I mean by that is you start like this and then you move forward into that corner, back, that corner, this, back, and then you change leg to the other side. So you go right and then go out to the side and then up forward and then up straight. So it's almost like you go around the clock. Star, clock, however you want to call it. Go around, out, and then out to the side, and then out, side, forward. Now that's a hard exercise to do if you don't have any balance, because you're shifting your weight, you're shifting your hips in different sections of the body, different sections of the plane. So you're going left, right, diagonal. So shifting that balancing to help really fire and wire. And it's a fun exercise to see clients do because they're trying to look. I like to do it because they're trying to think of the clock in their mind, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. And it's good to see them sort of, moving. Some of them start dancing, and it's actually really fun to do. So it's awesome, a great finisher to help you balance. Those were my 5 exercises to improve your balance. Please, everyone, let me know how you go in the comments. Do them, and you know the drill by now. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and share the love.